Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creative Leigh on Sunday the 28th of May 2023 with FLOSSTUBE number 179. Welcome back to my weekly YouTube channel about counted cross stitch. The light's weird today. It's like right there, so I've got sun filters down, the blinds slightly pulled because otherwise it was like I was being interrogated. I guess because it's, coming on to winter, the sun's coming around lower. So in summer it's above my roof line, but anyway, it's how. So yeah, I've got sun coming through, but it's quite warm autumn day as we near the start of winter. But yeah, anyway, it's 11 a.m. on Sunday and I'm going to do this little video, then I'm heading off after lunch over to Anne's to have a bit of a stitchy afternoon, and then I'm staying for dinner. I think the other people aren't staying for dinner, but that's all right if I'm driving all that way. And yeah, I've got a little bit to show you, not much haul, but a few projects to show you. And yeah, quick little life stuff. Dad's doing okay. I just talked to him while I did my ironing. Did I turn the iron off? I did. It'll beep at me if I didn't. He's okay. He's visiting with my stepmom when I rang. I did ring him on Friday night as well. So I often try and ring him when I'm doing sort of mundane tasks, because it makes the mundane task not be a focus. And I don't feel like I'm, limited hours in the day kind of thing. So not that ringing my dad's a waste of time, but you know what I mean, I'm being productive. So I rang him on Friday night when I was chopping a whole bunch of onions. They made French onion soup on Friday night. Oh, it was so good. I mean, it takes so long. It's quite a labor intensive process, because if you haven't ever made it before, you kind of do a bit, leave it for 20 minutes, then you do another bit, leave it for 25 minutes, then do something out. Like, you're constantly doing the next process and then waiting for it to become rich and unctuous. It was very good. So that was kind of, Friday night I don't usually cook a fancy kind of thing, but I did. Talked to him while I cut onions and cried, and yeah, so yeah, he's good. He's doing okay. He's going to go over tomorrow to his friends and watch the Indy 500. So that sounds great. I'm not into watching cars go round and round a racetrack for 500 miles. Yeah, last night had dinner with friends. So went around, I had a bit of a girls' night. The teenagers cooked pizza and then disappeared to do whatever teenagers do. And then we played Settlers of Catan and talked about stuff. My friend's husband was away over in Australia for something, and so it was quite nice just to have the girls and just talk about life, really. And a few glasses of wine and a game of, I hadn't played Settlers of Catan for such a long time, and I had forgotten how to play it, and then I remembered, right? But I just did not play to win. I played to familiarize myself, and it is hard with 4 people. I've never played it with 4 people before, and it was harder. But also I made really poor choices when I placed my initial settlement, and I didn't think about the fact that I need sheep to build everything, and I wasn't near a sheep paddock. Anyway, if you don't know Settlers Catan, you've got to build roads, build settlements, and through gameplay you collect resources which you then spend to build more roads and settlements, and basically it's the first to 10 points wins, and it wasn't me. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Work's just been pretty busy. I'm feeling a lot better, although last night about 10 o'clock I just hit a wall and I was like, oh, I'm tired, I need to go home and go to bed. But yeah, 10 o'clock, 10:30 is fine, right? And yeah, quite a bit of stitching this week. The weather's been pretty crap most of the time, so that makes for good stitching, and I was able to stay up till normal bedtime, so I got my normal amount of stitching done. Okay, stitching stuff. What is new? First of all, I forgot to show this after I went to Dunedin, and I feel really terrible. I think I just put it away, or no, I didn't open up a bag of stuff that I'd got. Oh, it doesn't matter why. I just forgot to show it. Okay, so you may recall I was going to stay with Christine, my friend Christine, and she couldn't attend because of that bloody virus. But we did arrange a distance masked exchange. I had some things for her, and then I picked up her mystery kind of swap thing for retreat, and she had something for me. What she had for me was a bunch of sort of, I think, thrifted, or she'd had from old stash of non-DMC, but a brand of stranded linen, which, so maybe 8 or 10 skeins of an ecru linen, which I've put away. It's ecru linen, but I don't know, I've never used the brand before. It's a different texture than DMC, so I'm looking forward to finding something to do with that in the future. So thank you, Christine. Sorry it's this late, but she also had a little gift for me, and I think her mystery exchange bag that she popped into retreat was another one of these in a different colorway. So one of you, if you watch, you probably got one of these. Now you know who it's from. And it's a little couch, I don't know what she called it, a couch thing for stitching. For my arm has been a couch. And it has a little pin cushion that everything snaps off. I think it's, so you can, whatever, all buttons off. So I think that, so this comes off as well. It's a little thread aught catcher, rubbish cat bag. It's got pockets on each side. I should show you in little, and then the reverse fabric, like, and so heaps of pockets. You can put it either way, and it has a scissor rescuer, what do you call it, tie thing. Isn't that cool? So I think it's really awesome. And I mean, how does she know I like orange? I have no idea. I'm probably not going to use it where I sit on my couch, just because I use a clipboard usually. But it's perfect for going, like today, I'm going to my friend's house, and I've stitched at her place before, and because I don't have my setup, and my couch is a really wide arm, so this is probably a little narrow for that, it would work. You know, you would make it work, but my clipboard would sit here. But my friend has a very narrow couch. This will be perfect, and I can't use my clipboard. I have to kind of hold that a different way. So this will be great, because when I go to her place, there's often not enough room for me to put like my little aught container. I don't get to spread out like I do at home on my 3-seater couch. So I'm going to take this with me today, and this will be great because I can put my aughts in, you know, obviously use it. What I'm going to have to do is make sure I sit on a couch where I can sit on the left. So people who are coming, let me sit on the left hand side. No, I can work with it on the right. And then I won't keep dropping my scissors. It's going to be great. So I'm really, really quite thrilled about finding this again in my bomb side of a craft room. And this is going to be my, I'm going to have this in my Stitching in the Wild at Friends with a Couch kit, as opposed to Stitching in the Wild at a retreat thing where you have a different set out. So what I'm kind of slowly doing, as people give me lovely things, is making up like this will stay in a bag that I can just grab when I go to a friend's place. So I can have scissors and a few accoutrements in here that I only use, so I don't have to tear down my stitchy spot. Does that make sense? So I have my home kit just laying randomly around the lounge like I do, my Stitching at Friends, my Retreaty, something that has tables kit, which will be different again. So I'm very excited about that. I just need a couple more pairs of scissors because I don't actually have enough, but plenty of time for that. Okay, so that was quite a lot of time about that. So yeah, again, thanks Christine. I really actually quite like it, and I'm looking forward to using it for that purpose. I did pick up, because the Carolyn Manning Designs says she's had a sale going on through the end of this month, which is rapidly approaching, and she released some Celtic shooting stars, and I love the shooting stars, and I have Celtic ancestry, so, and the colours are dark and moody and they appeal to me like my soul. So my soul is terrible. I don't I bought all 6 of them. I don't even know if I'll stitch all 6 of them. I might stitch 4 of them, or I might stitch all 6 of them, and I don't know how size, I don't know when. But I grabbed them all because they're there, and I think she's just doing the 6. So, I mean, if she does more, I can buy them, but they're all the same. 191 square. Yeah, by. So 4 of them are goddesses and Celtic goddesses. One's a Celtic god and one is the changeling. So the changeling is there, and the Celtic god is this one's Cernunos. I don't actually know how to say that. That one, and then we've got Danu, like I had it before, Morrigan, Bridget, and Ceridan. And I love the colours of them, so no idea when I'm going to stitch them, but I'll start planning it. One other thing I got, I just got my Silks for You colour of the month. No, Silks of the month, which are just the 5 10-metre skeins that are custom dyed for the club, and there are 5 shades of a lovely cool lavender or light lilac, they're probably not pink enough to be lilac, and they're very pretty. So yay, happy with those. No Rainbow Club. I have taken a few months off from Rainbow Club. I am where I store my fabric, it's chocker. I have no more room in the box where I keep my 35-40 count. I don't even have a box for my 32 and 28 count linen. It's overflowing. Even weaves full, and I don't tend to buy Ada unless I specifically need it for a project. So I've got enough right now, and I have 50 to 60 projects kitted up in the retirement savings, so I have enough. That being said, I've got a bunch of charts and a bunch of projects that I will want to kit up eventually, but I just got a bit overwhelmed, so I need to just take a few months off. So I'm taking a few months off, but I'll be back because I love Catherine's fabric, and it's just purely that I got a bit overwhelmed with everything for now. So that's all that's new in, yeah. So next up is, what did I stitch on this week? I've been working my way through my monthly projects. So I set a whole lot of goals at the beginning of the year. I'm in a number of sales this year, so anything I'm selling with people, I'm trying to stitch on at least one day either one day in the month, or get one like a percentage done. So like with my Stitch Goddess that I'm stitching in a sale with Judy, an Aussie at a Kiwi World, I'm aimed to do about 10% give or take every month, so that I finish it by the end of the year. The New Zealand Flowers cross stitch ball from Cherry Parker that I'm stitching in a sale with Jude down in Christchurch. I've divvied it all up so that by December, all the stitching will be done. I just have to put the ball together. With this one that I'm working on, Crowns of the Kingdom, which is a stitch along that we started the Queen's Memorial Day we had in New Zealand in September last year. I'm stitching this slowly with Suzie, another Kiwi stitcher, and we are not trying to finish this within a year. She's quite a big one, and it's all in sparkly, and it's quite a lot to, it's not as, after a few crowns I'm done. Anyway, Crowns of the Kingdom. So I picked this up because I needed to stitch on this month and I hadn't yet. So Crowns of the Kingdom by Rosewood Manor, and I'm stitching it all called for, including the 32 count antique white linen, and I had the called for Petite Treasure Braids. Suzie is stitching hers with a whole lot of random metallics, and she's adding beads as well from her stash. So this, I did another 5 crowns, and I'll show you where we're at. So I had a bit of a hole in the center that I needed to fill in. So that's where we're at. So I did, I'm gonna poke weirdly with my finger, this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. They're all the new ones. Yes, there was that little hole. So it meant I've now got, what, probably a good, I'm happy to say I'm over a third now. So yeah, it's so sparkly, you probably can't really tell. I love this crown with the black work filleted in, and it's amazing how there are only 4 colors, like 4 metallics, but the different weight, like the amount of metallic for different crowns, at first glance it looks like there's more colors, like, because this one's just mostly black and well, it's black and copper with a bit of silver, but this one has gold, so it looks different. I mean, I don't know, what am I trying to say? Yeah, really happy with that. So that's nice to get that done. So that goes away. That'll get another few crowns in June. Then other monthly projects that I'm working on. So this is just a monthly paid sale with Carolyn Manning Designs, my grandma's jewelry box sale, which I'm stitching also on 32 count antique white linen, but using a core 4 DMC, but substituting the metallics and beads from my stash because I have a bunch left over from too many memorabilias, and I'm not even trying necessarily to substitute, like, oh, it called for silver, I'll use a silver. I'm very different. So we get one of these little brooch patterns. I'm going to make these into individual ornaments. So there's just big gaps, and I'll cut them all out later. This is the May design, and I think one of the greens, the lighter green, is not the called for. I went to the next number because I don't know where that one is. It was called for in here too, so these both got the substitution because it's like 607 or something. I don't know where I put it. It's in a project and I just don't know where it is. And I also substituted, so I think the beads were supposed to be silver, and I put these little turquoisey beads in, or aqua beads in, and the metallic was called for something else, and I just used a purple. It's not even Krennic, it's another one that I just had, someone gave me. So the metallic in here is purple, and then little metallic. So mine's going to look quite different from what the called for is. And I love how green and lavender, like lilac-y it is. It's really pretty. So here's all 5. So starting bottom left-hand corner, we've got January, going across February, March, and then April, May. So yeah, really happy. They're such a sweet little stitch. I do, as per the Jeanette Douglas mini bouquet sale wasn't a sale, but I stitched it like a sale last year. The little monthly, I much prefer a monthly release little something finished sale than I do like a huge project. Like, I love modern folk embroidery, but the monthly projects similar to Fox and Rabbit, they're really big, and I'm a very prolific stitcher, and I struggle sometimes thinking, well, I'm gonna have to spend a whole week stitching this, and for some people they have to stay the whole month, right? And that's all you get to work on. I prefer this for a monthly project. speaking of monthly projects, I also decided to stitch, because I want to make a whole lot of ornaments for my Christmas tree that are not Christmassy, because I don't really celebrate Christmas, but I do put a Christmas tree up if I'm home for Christmas, because I do enjoy I do like having a Christmas tree and ornaments and sparkly lights, but I don't do Christmas stuff anyway. And I do have gin baubles, so I have these pastel coloured baubles that you fill with gin. They come with gin, but I replace them with the gin, and so they're really colourful. So keeping with the colour, I just thought, let's do all these colourful cross-stitch ornaments. Really rambly today, holy crap. It's not like I've not been talking with people as well. I've been super social. Anyway, anyone would think I hadn't talked to anyone for like weeks, but I have. I'll get to Anne's this afternoon. I'll be like exhausted from, anyway. So Fox and Rabbit, back when they released charts as linen and threads in 2021, and I think 2020 or 2022, not this year, with their monthly free sale that they released for a couple of years, including 2021, they had a free like ornament, they called it free ornament chart. And so if you buy those charts, I'm pretty sure you still get the free ornaments attached. So I didn't stitch the big project, but I just kept the charts aside. I printed them off. So I'm working my way through them each month using 40 count pearl linen from Zweigart, and I'm stitching using my variegated Silks for You stash. Because they're so pretty and how else to use them. So each time I stitch on this, I'm stitching just 2, and that way I kind of get a little bit ahead. So I've kind of done May and June. So if I don't do anything in June, I'm caught up. And these are the 2 that I did. So these were May and June 2021. And this month I picked variegated that sort of had these orange and a teal or an aqua. So each month, when I've picked the 2 flosses for the 2, they're similar to each other but different. So they felt kind of similar, sort of a pinky colour with either blue or aqua. And then this month they were both kind of, I guess, tealy, one with a violety colour and one with a more purple. And this month I went with these orange. So I kind of picked two flosses that look like they are similar. In my head they're similar. Does that make sense? So I'm kind of going to have little pairs. Anyway, that's the 4, and yeah, those are the 2 designs up close. I really like how they're just really random, and the variegation. I'm not managing the variegation at all. I'm just literally picking up the next strand and stitching. I'm really enjoying how they're all like broken up and just patchy. That's the look I'm going for, right? So yeah, those are the monthly. So I think the only monthly project that I haven't stitched on yet, and I'm going to stitch on it today, is GG by Laura Corbett, and I'm stitching that with a nice slow sal with Judith, and I'm going to be stitching with Judith today. So yeah, that's the only one, and I don't think I stitched on GG in April, so she might get a big chunk stitching today, so I might come home and stitch a little bit on her as well. One other thing that I started to stitch on this week though, on Friday after work I picked up a project and I joined Judy's Stitchy Chat group on Friday evening and stitched for several hours, and I got a good chunk of progress on Lampposts. Sorry, this is a really crappy piece of printing. It's a digital mock-up. So this is by StitchMomStudio, and they were on Etsy, but I think now you find this on InspireUplift. I'm stitching mine on 35 count Lilac Grove from Country Stitch using DMC. I swapped out 414413 because I needed it to be slightly darker on this fabric. This was a 50 at 50 start back in September. So this is where I'm at. I got to the top and I am about 78% done. So I've only got one more lamppost to go in that goes in here. So I think it's a 2 square high lamppost. It is 2 square high lamppost. Yeah, and there's the top. So I am doing great guns. So since you last saw it, I stitched a whole lot in here, this lamppost, and a whole lot of these squares, and I'll pull that right up, and then all of this up to here. So probably got a good 10%, 10 or 15% stitched yesterday, on Friday, and a little bit yesterday, and I did 1 square this morning. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So I'm probably, spoiler alert, I'm probably just going to push through and finish this week. So I'm going to do GG today. I might carry on with this tomorrow on Monday and just get it finished, because I'm so close. Like once I get to that 80% mark, I'm like, just finish it. So I'm probably going to try and finish that, and that'll be one less whip. So yeah, if I do GG tonight and then I do that Monday, Tuesday probably, I can probably finish it tomorrow because I'll work from home, so I can start at 5, stitch it at 5. I've got dinner sorted, so I've got French onion soup from Friday, so I can have French onion soup on Monday. So I can pretty much, yeah, finish work, it'll be dark, sit down and probably get a good 4 hours in on that, and I could probably get quite close to a finish. So that's the plan for that. And then on Thursday is the 1st of June, so winter, the meteorological first day of winter, because the 20-something is the astronomical equinoxy one. And we talked about this last week, going to start Heather M. Jardine, so it's going to be the Heather M. Jardine Sal. This is Hands Across the Sea, and I'm going to be changing it up a little bit. I'm going to stitch this for one of my nieces, and it's a New Zealand sampler reproduction. I'm going to stitch mine on 36 count Riverstone linen by Country Stitch. I've already written in that I've started it, but 1st of June, and that's the fabric, using a variation, some change from the called for. I think I know what I'm going to stitch. I think I'm going to substitute these out. So down here will be the Māori text. This will be my niece's initials. I found a similar sized font, not quite the same, but similar font to do my niece's initials. Probably in here I'll put her name and her year of birth. Here I'm probably going to change these out for, I just found a little like Lily of the Valley, so I'm going to have to bring a white in, I think. So my niece is born in New Zealand and lives in Australia. So these are New Zealand, it's a New Zealand snail. She lives in Australia. They do lots of freaking parroty kind of birds. When I say they do lots of birds, they have a lot of parrots and stuff. I'm probably going to put a koala here instead of the teddy bear. And also she's of Finnish descent, so her dad is Finnish, or he's a New Zealander, but he's her family name is, her surname is Finnish. So this I'm going to swap for, because it's the right sort of shape, a sprig of Lily of the Valley, because that is the Finnish national flower. So I won't have to modify this very much. I just need to change the flowers a little bit, but I kind of do think they need to be white. But I mean, this flower, there's the leaves are this peachy color, right, and the flowers are a weird bluebells, I guess, or something. So maybe I'll just swap the colors around, so these flowers will become more like pale, whatever my palest color is. And like the koala, I'll probably end up doing like the shades of lavender, because, you know, I'm not going to like pull, nothing's representative of nature, so I'm probably not going to bring grey in. And then the leaves I'll make like a dark blue or something, but I'll shape it like Lily of the Valley. So she's got those kind of, you know, she's a Kiwi, living in Australia, so these parrots and the koala will be Australia, then the Finnish lily of the valley. So little subtle things, but I think that's what I'm going to do, and I might tweak it further. I don't even know what this is up here, so it looks like a floral thing, but I mean, I might put something else there because that's a bit random and I don't know what it is. But who knows, we'll worry about that. Because I start bottom up, as I said, I'm going to do work on the border, and I'm going to do some of the over one, and then I'll do a bit of border and then a bit more of the over one. I kind of want to get the over one and the border in, and then I can just then, you know, it'll be like little, you can do little motifs, do a few letters and get little finishes and stuff. So I'm excited about starting that, and it's got a great bunch of people going to be starting that. And again, anyone's welcome to join. Hashtag Heather M Jardine Sal. I'm going to try really hard from June. I'm going to try really hard to get better at Instagram and take more care with my photos, because I'm so lazy. But I actually do know how to take photos, but I'm too lazy to set it all up. But I'll do that. I'll try. I'm going to try. It's just a lot. It's a lot to be me. Yeah, I think next week will be video FLOSSTUBE number 180, so I might pass some stash. I've got a couple of charts that I finished a while ago that need to be passed, so and I didn't take down to Dunedin. I kept a few things aside because I don't want to, I like to spread the love, right? So I will find something and do. So yeah, make sure you come back next week and I'll have a little pass the stash giveaway. Sorry, it's a very loud aeroplane. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can. Yeah, I'll find something to pass it. As always, find joy in your stitching, and hope you get to find some time to sit down and do something that makes you happy, and don't let your needles rust. Ciao.